lovely beauty bees out there. Welcome back to the channel. So today we're gonna be doing a eye look. This fiery pinky red purple duochrome brow highlight, super new lip popping highlight look. Using the new Morphe 39A Dare to Create palette that came out during their holiday 2017 collection. I did purchase all three palettes that came out with the collection. I already did a look using the 15D Day Slayer palette. I will leave it linked right here. It's my LA Colors foundation video. And now I'm on this one, and I will do one on the 15N, like a little night smoky or something. I'm trying to still figure it out. But that's neither here nor there. This is the palette of the hour. This is the 39A palette, in case someone hasn't seen it. It is limited edition, and it did retail for $32, and you use a YouTuber's code and you get like 10% off. So I'm going to be using a look with this palette, and we're going to go ahead and get started. I thought this video is going to be a little long because I'm talking. This is not a voiceover like I've been doing lately. I am talking throughout this video. So we're going to go ahead and get started. Everything I use on my face will be listed there in the description box, even though for the most part I show everything I used. I'm still going to go ahead and list it. So if you want to see how I created this nice, beautiful look and what I think of this palette, then just keep on watching. Hey guys, we're going to go ahead and get started. You guys know the drill. So we're first going to start out with the brows. I'm going to go ahead and just fill in my brows using my Benefit Kabrow, what I almost always use, in the shade number 6. I need to go out and get another of my Anastasia brow pomade. I totally forgot that right now. So now that that's done, I'm going to take my MAC Paint Pot and Painterly and prime my lids. And sorry if it gets a little noisy throughout the video. It's hot in here. So I have the window wide open. Now we're going to get into the palette. I'm so excited. So here is the palette. Ooh. Now I'm drawn immediately to all this. All those reds and all that. So that's what we're gonna work with today. And I'm gonna set this somewhere so I can know what shade I'm using. And we're first gonna go in with this, which is Sunder. Oh, sorry. We're first gonna go with this shade right here. The transition is called Sunder, and it's like a medium toned brown, and I'm gonna get that packed onto my Morphe E30 brush. And then we're gonna take this transition shade right here, which is called Evolve. And it's a really warm, like warm brown. That would be great on the lid too. It's a really warm brown. And we're gonna apply this right in directly into the crease. Just lightly buff it in. And for this, I'm using a more circular motion, just to start to warm up that crease a little bit. And I'm also going to focus it in the inner portion of my crease, because for the outer portion, I have another dark shade I'm going to be putting in there. These mats are smooth like butter, and they're blending beautifully. Like, I'm so happy with this so far. I'm loving it. Okay. I'm gonna take this shade here, which is called 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which is a shade called Create. It's called Create, and it's a beautiful, like, pinky purple shade. Like, it's absolutely stunning. And I need a nice fluffy brush to blend this. So I'm gonna take my old MAC 224 brush that I thought I'd throw out. I need to go buy a new one. Look how pigmented that shade is, like. And I'm gonna lightly start to buff this in. Like, I'm not gonna go crazy. And I'm gonna place it in the outer V and blend it upward a little bit right into the crease. Look how pigment, I'm barely touching this. I'm barely touching my eye with the brush. So far, no fallout. And I'm actually gonna wing this out a little bit. Barely, like, look at all, I barely touched. And I want to say this shade is absolutely, like, beautiful. It's like, when I first saw pictures of the palette, I'm gonna be honest, this is the shade that I was first most drawn to. Like, this is the shade that I was just like, I need that shade in my life. This is the shade that solidified me buying this palette. I'm just gonna take that first brush reuse with whatever product is left and just buff out these edges just a little bit. One shade over from Create, which is Passion, right here, which is a beautiful, I mean beautiful, rich berry tone brown. Like, the amount of berry that's in this brown, it's shocking. I'm gonna take one of my favorite brushes ever, which is the MAC 221, and I'm just gonna pick a little bit of that up. Just a little, like, these pigment. Create had a little bit of fallout, not a fallout, a little bit of kick up in the pan. So far, all these shades, including this one, which is Passion, did not. I'm gonna focus Passion right on that outer V a little bit. Actually, no. I'm gonna blend Passion right into the crease. Then I'm gonna take one shade over from Passion, which is called Forever, which is this shade right here. It's like a really dark, I mean deep, dark, warm purple with like a hint of brown in it, or maybe even black, but it's gorgeous. And I'm gonna focus that, concentrated, barely moving my brush, right on that outer V. Look how pigment. And this shade has a little bit of kick up in the pan, but not much. And just wing that out. And then to blend that out, I'm gonna take the same brush I used for Create. I'm not gonna add any more product. I'm just gonna lightly buff over the those edges. Okay, now that that is done, I'm gonna take a nice flat lid brush and I'm gonna go into the shade under Create, which is called Snatched. It's like a shimmery version of Create. Well, it looks that way on camera, but in person, this is a lot more orange than Create. So yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and pack that on my brush. It's like a fiery color, and I'm gonna wet my brush a little bit. I'm actually gonna do this with a smaller brush. The only thing that I don't see in this palette right now that I wish I did see, and you guys probably might guess it, is like a nice light brow bone highlight. So I'm gonna go ahead and I probably have to go in with another palette to get one. So I'm gonna drop that for a minute. I know the eyes look a little bit messy, but we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna clean them up. But first I'm gonna go ahead and start with my face, and I'm gonna go ahead and prime with my Smashbox Photo Finish primer and my Hourglass. Since I do have a long day today, and I know with this my oil is gonna be at a total minimum. Like, this is my holy grail primer. Then I'm gonna take my Huda Beauty Faux Filter Foundation in the shade Nutmeg. I did already do a first impressions on this, so if you want to see that, I will put the card right here. It's right here. It's right here. So I'm gonna take 3 pumps of that on the back of my beauty blender that is dirty, so I'm so sorry. I'm washing brushes tomorrow, so it made no sense to pull out a clean beauty blender and have 2 beauty blenders to wash tomorrow. I'm lazy, you guys. And I'm gonna blend this on the skin. Already, like, look at my face. I love this foundation. Then I'm going to take my Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer in the shade Deep. And I'm going to use this time to just sharpen up my eyeshadow a little bit. I mean, that's how I do it. With a little bit of concealer, sis. To set everything, I'm gonna take my Too Faced Born This Way ethereal setting powder. So I'm gonna take the shade Create, which is the first one we used. And I'm gonna take a small brush so that I don't go ham. And out of curiosity, I'm gonna take this shade Vivid, which is like a really nice burnt orange, and blend that out under my lower lash line as well. I made this way dramatic as hell. Whatever. So now I'm gonna go ahead and set the rest of my face and apply some lashes and a little bit of contour. And we'll do blush and highlight, I guess, on camera like I normally do, and I'll be right back. Alright guys, so I'm back, of course, with the wig. So this look, as I was saying before I left, needs a brow bone highlight. Like, every time I look at it, I'm just like, totally forgot I bought it during the BeautiiBees sale. The Colourpop Golden State of Mind palette. So I'm gonna use a little, like the slightest amount of this shade, which is like a duochrome. It's one of those shades where it looks white in the pan, but it shifts a little purple. So I'm gonna take literally the slightest amount of that and pop it on my brow bone. Because with this look, why not have purple shimmer on your brow bone? And then I'm gonna go back into my Data Create, and we have to do our inner corner highlight, you guys. So I'm gonna take this shade, which is called Spark, and it's like a really nice rose gold. I'm actually gonna add something on top of that. I need like a something. I'm gonna take this, my MAC palette, and I'm gonna take the shade Nylon. It's right here, and I'm gonna add that on top to lighten it up a little bit and get it more like, make sure I blend it so it doesn't look too harsh. And for highlight, I'm gonna take my Ofra and collab with Nikki Tutorials Blindy Haters Glow Baby Glow Collection Blindy Haters highlight. I'll leave the video right here where I did a review on it already. And this is a nice bronze highlight. And I'm taking one of my favorite highlighter brushes, which is the Morphe Y13. And I'm gonna blind the haters. See what I mean? Oh, and for blush, I just have on, oh, that's too much. I just have on Raizin by MAC. It's too much highlight. Said no one ever, right? What are your favorite places to highlight, you guys? Like, mine is the nose, which you guys probably already guessed it's the nose. I love highlighting the nose and my cheeks. What's your favorite places to highlight? Let me know in the comments. And for lips, I'm using a lipstick that I bought mad long ago and I'm just now wearing it, and it's Suede by Raine. It's a like yellow nude, and I'm gonna see how it looks without a lip on it, because it's this beautiful woman on Instagram. I just see Raine post her pictures. I don't remember her name or anything, but she always wears Suede. It has to be her favorite because they always post a picture of her wearing it, and she doesn't wear it with the lip liner, and it looks bomb on her skin tone. So I want to see how that'll look on me. Alright guys, so this is the finished look and I absolutely love it. Of course I love the foundation, I love the highlight and everything, and I'm obsessed with the eyes. So now my thoughts on this palette. It does retail for $32, and it's huge. Like literally, you guys, it's huge. Okay, and the first two and the bottom two rows are normal size eyeshadows, and these are like double that. I love this palette. Everything blended beautifully. Everything was beautifully pigmented. I love Morphe's new formula of all their palettes they're releasing. I love it. I stopped buying Morphe palettes for a while because their palettes are a little hit or miss for me. Like 35N and W, when I first purchased them, were a miss for me. They were okay, but not anything crazy. 35O was good, but now their formula is top notch. Like, I love this palette. It will become a staple. I can tell you that right now. You can do an array of looks. You can go neutral, you can go glam, you can go fiery red like I did. You can do greens, blues, you can do whatever you want with this palette. It is a palette to dare you to create. It pushes you to wanna do something that you would not normally do. The only shade I had a slight issue with is this shade we use on the lid, that shimmer. It's a little gritty. No, gritty is not the word. It's a little... You just need to use it wet. When you try to go in fresh with it dry, it doesn't really, it shows up, but not the way it shows up when I used it wet, and I absolutely love it. The only thing I can honestly say this palette is missing is a nice light brow bone highlight. This palette is missing that. That's the only thing, but whether you care about that or not, it's like a personal thing. If you guys want another tutorial with this palette, I'm gonna let you choose what... Come on! I'm gonna let you guys choose what color scheme I do next. I wanna do green, because I love green eyeshadow. But you guys pick. Let me know in those comments. Do you guys want me to do a neutral look with this? Or do you want me to hit these blues or these greens? This palette will be a staple. You guys have to get it. It's limited edition, you guys. You guys have to get it. I can't wait for this video to go up so you guys can see the look that I highlight though. Yes, Nikki tutorials. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'm not gonna ramble too much more. I'm gonna let you guys go now. I love you guys to absolute pieces, and I will see you all next week.